Hey there, we're Nigel and Sue, and these are our adventures.
And in this episode, we're in the majestical West MacDonnell Ranges. Yoo!
In this episode, we continue along the Red Centre Way, visiting the colourful ochre pits and spend a couple of days at Ormiston Gorge, where we do one of the most exhilarating and memorable hikes we've ever done. Morning! It's another beautiful day in Central Australia, not a cloud in the sky. It's crazy to think we've only had that one overcast day since we've been in Central Australia. So we've just woken up in our beautiful free camp right underneath the Telegraph Tower, making some breakfast, and we're going to be on our way. We've just arrived at the ochre pits. So we discovered that the walk here is actually an 8-kilometre, not a 4-kilometre walk. So we're going to forego that walk today because we want to get to Ormiston Gorge and make sure we get a campsite. So we're just going to check out the ochre. The Western Aranda people have collected ochre from here for thousands of years to use in their traditional men's ceremonies. I find it really fascinating learning about the traditional owners, like all their rituals and customs and everything surrounding things. Like, for example, here only the men collected the ochre. Women and children weren't allowed to come in here, and it was used for various different ceremonies. Women were allowed to use the ochre collected here only if permission was granted by the men or if the men gave them the ochres. And the geologists say that these layers were once horizontal, and just with the movement of the earth, they've been forced into this near vertical pattern that they have now.
Yeah, it's all been compressed, isn't it?
Yeah. And the different colours in the rock are caused by different concentrations of minerals. So the red has a lot of iron oxide in it. The white has a lot of kaolin clay. We arrived at Ormiston Gorge at about 11 o'clock this morning, which was not a second too late because the campsite here fills up super quickly. So we're going to go for a little walk this afternoon, I think just up to the gorge, maybe to the Ghost Gum Lookout. We'll see. Tomorrow we're doing the big scary hike. These popular gorges and waterholes, they have paved paths down to them. So pretty much accessible to anyone. It's only if you want to go up and around that you need moderate fitness and agility to negotiate the rocky trails.
Yeah, so there's the Ghost Gum Lookout up there. First wow moment. Wow. Sunrise.
So we've actually decided to continue walking down this Ghost Gum Lookout loop. We won't be walking all the way around because we don't want to go through water, we don't have any dry clothes. So tomorrow when we come through, we'll bring extra clothes. We'll be shooting with just the GoPro and the iPhone, which can obviously both go in the water without any problems, and be a little bit more prepared for that water crossing. The Ormiston Pound hike is an almost 9-kilometre loop that traverses the valley and the Pound before heading into the gorge. Due to the relatively large amount of rain over the summer, it's necessary to walk through quite deep water. We've heard from quite a few people now that the water's freezing cold and really unpleasant. Okay, so we're down at the water, just about. There's a big group of people about to come across. Wait for their squeals. We weren't sure whether seeing other people crossing the river made us feel better or even more scared for what was to come for us tomorrow. Friends, we are cooking up a storm in the van tonight. So since we got back from our hike, I've made a banana cake. Nigel's on dinner tonight. He's making dal.
Dal.
One of our staple favourite super healthy vegan meals.
Even a dum-dum like me can make it.
Oh, babe, you're like the best cook. You're really good. He makes a better dal than I do. Dal.
Fiddly sticks.
Which is why he's so often on dal cooking duty. And we're even going to have dessert tonight. We've got to be prepared for this hike tomorrow.
So stuff what is going to warm us up.
We're actually going to make a vegan lemon delicious pudding. Recipe courtesy of my stepmum Sue. Her name's also Sue, Dad's wife. Yeah, so she makes this very often when we come up for dinner. I've never made it before, so we'll see how we go.
Try to do it proud.
So here we go with the lemon delicious pudding going into the oven.
It looks a bit soupy.
It does. Well, we'll blame Sue if it doesn't work.
Oh, no.
180, which means 200 on our oven. And how long does it say we cook it for? 30 to 40 minutes. Right, so I'll set a timer for 30. Look at this kitchen!
Trying to eat some dal.
Look at this whole van. In our haste to eat this delicious looking lemon delicious, we've neglected to film it, so we're going to do that now. It's come out the oven. It looks amazing. Look at that. Nigel.
You know that lemony.
Oh, is it sour? It shouldn't be. There's so much bloody sugar in it. Oh, you're just being a naughty man. Morning, friends. We're off this morning to do the Ormiston Pound walk.
Yeah, we've been looking forward to this one. I'm pretty juiced about it.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Especially the
water crossing.
the water crossing at the end.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I never said anything about swimming through the cold water. Wading, yes. You know, be prepared to either swim through the water or return to the car park back along Pound Walk in a clockwise direction. To hell with that. We're swimming.
So we've climbed a little ways up this ridge. Behind us, the gorge is over behind those hills. But it's just beautiful walking through these desert hills.
Just be able to get up to the lookout here. Wow. And I'd say the gorge must go through there.
Yeah, I guess that's where we go through.
Follow the water system down. What do you reckon, Susie?
So beautiful. I know I keep saying amazing, beautiful, awesome, all the superlatives.
Majestical.
Majestical.
Yeah, it's got it all. Just worked our way up this valley and then to the saddle and up to this lookout, and then we'll be going down and then following somewhere down there and then into the gorge itself over there.
Now the trail's opened up again and we're walking along this quite loose gravel, but we're in this really open area and heading down towards the gorge, which is down there. And up there is where we were up at the lookout.
These little native pigeons. A little headrest on them, they're kind of cool. Well over halfway now, so we're past the point of no return.
By the sounds of people squealing and just awful sounds coming from up ahead, I'd say we're getting very close to the water crossing. Sure enough, I can see water there.
This is where we cross. And no sun as we were kind of hoping for. So, and last we heard the water is that cold that even the fish have died of heart failure.
So there's the people on the other side, and here's us.
Warm sand, warm sand.
That's it. I'm about to strip down and walk over there. Nigel filmed this section with a chest-mounted GoPro. We decided not to add music so you could hear his breathing and moaning.
Shit, that was close. You see the ground here, straight ahead there now.
It's very slippery though.
Yeah. Do you want me to go first? You good? I need to get out of here. Come on, climb up here. Out. Okay, you're right here, babe. As soon as you, yes, sir. You got it. You're there, you're there, babe. You. That was brutal. That was fucking brutal.
Where was that warm sand?
That was downright brutal. That was actually harder than walking on hot coals.
Walking on hot coals was easy.
Compared to that, there was just pain. There was like
Very painful.
that was actually very painful. I was so worried you were going to fall in.
I came so close. My
Yeah, that was. I was like, oh no, don't fall in.
So we've made it through the freezing water. Seriously, that was brutal. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life and most unpleasant. We got dressed quickly and walked a few hundred metres until we could sit in the sun.
And thaw out.
Once warmed up, we could continue the walk along the top of the gorge and enjoy the beautiful views. Well, here we are.
Debrief time.
We're back from that hike. It's now, I don't know, whatever, 8 o'clock. We've had dinner. We're nice and warm in the van. And yeah, we just were sitting here like reflecting on that experience. I think it was one of the most beautiful hikes that I've done, but I feel a little bit like I wasn't really enjoying the hike because of my apprehension and anticipation of going through the cold water.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I just hadn't appreciated how cold it was. It was brutal.
It was nasty.
And like Sue went ahead of me, I was like, hurry up. I was like, shit, I gotta get out of here. I gotta say, like, considering your incredible aversion to cold, I was pretty proud of you, really.
Oh, thanks, babe.
And I was actually thinking, shit, I might have to retreat here and go back the long way.
And we're not sure, but we were just kind of checking the directions and angles, and we don't know that the sun ever lands on that pool of water.
Yeah.
Oh, but the West MacDonnells have been just incredible. So it's just been beautiful. And what's incredible to us, so we're staying here in the Ormiston Gorge campsite, and just talking to other people, like they've come all the way here from Alice Springs, or even meeting people that are just coming and seeing the West Macs on a day trip. And to us, that's just like, how could you do that? Because
Kind of
it's
cheating yourself, really.
Yeah, it's
So much to see, and all the gorges have their own characters. So you know, we were trying to think, which one did you enjoy most? I'm like, it'd be unfair to judge one against the other because they're all so different, really, in their own right.
So we've spent 5 days here in the West Macs.
We've got Red Bank to do tomorrow on our way out, so still one more. Uh-oh. You know what that means? We have a mouse.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no. Not the sourdough. He could have gone for the flippin' poverty pack. He's gone for the flippin' sourdough. He knows what's good for him.
Let's have a look up in there.
The mouse poo over there.
Bugger. We came up to the lookout. It's our last morning. We wanted to see if the pool of water that we crossed yesterday got in the sun in the morning. This southern end of it, there's a little bit of sun, but I still don't know whether the part that we crossed ever gets any sun.
And so where we crossed yesterday is just inside that line of shadow.
So we hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If so, please give us a big thumbs up. Drop a comment down below. We do really appreciate them. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. Ring the bell so that you'll be notified next time we upload a video. Thanks for watching.
Bye.